Whew. Wow. Yeah. This is going to be rather interesting. Let me get my mind and my head together. Oh, man. Bear with me. Dealing with a little bit of a headache. Whew, man. This is gonna be an interesting one. Okay. What's up, folks? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video for all of the pro wrestling fans out there of all shapes and sizes from all over the world. Brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, oh God. So, I finally got caught up in watching both Stardom, Sapporo, Wonder, and World Rendezvous pay-per-views. Oh, man. And here I am, ready to review them. Yeah, quite a lot has happened. A lot of craziness. Let's just say that an era has ended and a new one has begun. To kind of start us off with a taste of things to come. But anyway, both of these shows took place over the weekend, with Wonder Rendezvous happening on July 27th, World Rendezvous on July 28th, both at the same venue, the same Hokkaido Chateau Sapporo Kingdom venue. But yeah, got quite a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it with Stardom Sapporo Wonder Rendezvous. That was the first show. For this show, we had one of the 5-star Grand Prix qualifier finals, as well as 2 title matches and the official debut of a brand new faction. So quite a bit to cover here. But let's go ahead and jump right into the action with the first match. Okay, starting off Stardom Sapporo Wonder Rendezvous. We had ourselves a tag match. We had the team of Rian and Xena taking on God's Eye's newest members, Hina and Lady C. Decent match for the most part. I really love the back and forth between Lady C and Xena trading chops. I thought that was pretty cool. Another nice match for Rian to really get her feet wet, and I felt like she did pretty good. But yeah, this was considered technically their pre-show match, but it was pretty solid for what it was. It was a pretty solid match for what it was. Hina got the victory for God's Eye as she hit Rian with a kind of like a modified jackhammer and then pinned her for the 1-2-3. So God's Eye opening up with a victory, courtesy of Hina and Lady C, God's Eye's 2 newest members. All right, let's go into the next match. Let me get the graphic up. Ah, here we go. Next match. This was a singles match where we had the icon of Stardom, Mayu Iwatani, taking on HANAKO, who's getting ready to leave for her excursion in the U.S. This was a pretty solid match. I felt like this was a good test for HANAKO to help get her ready for her excursion, taking on the icon of Stardom, one of the best wrestlers in Stardom. But I felt like she put up a good fight. I felt like she put up a pretty decent fight. But at the end of the day, Mayu Iwatani got the victory over HANAKO, hitting the diving moonsault and pinning her for the 1-2-3. Not surprised there. I mean, HANAKO wasn't going to beat Mayu, but she put up a good fight. She put up a really good fight, and I think this was just a great match to kind of get her more fine-tuned as she gets ready to make her way to the U.S. for her excursion. So, looking forward to her really getting her feet wet on American soil. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. We had ourselves another singles match as we had Saki Kashima taking on Aya Sakura. So God's Eye versus Cosmic Angels. Really can't say much about this match. This match barely lasted 30 seconds as Saki Kashima, equipped with the most devastating pin in Stardom, as it did not take her long to hook, line, and sink Aya Sakura with the Kishikaise. Like I said, the match barely even lasted 30 seconds. And she pinned her with the Kishikaise for the 1-2-3. That just goes to show, while Saki Kashima might be a coward, she's a smart coward, and at any point in time she hooks in that Kishikaise, it's a wrap. I mean, I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, she pinned Mayu Iwatani in like 17 seconds, I think they said. 17 seconds. So, hey, I'm just saying. Got to be careful when you're facing Saki Kashima. And Aya Sakura learned the hard way. But Saki picked up the really, really quick victory. All right. Let's go into our next match. This was a pretty big one. This was a very important one. Here we go. All right, this next singles match, this was the finals of the 5-Star Grand Prix Red Stars A qualifier. So pretty much the winner of this match punched their ticket to that Red Stars A remaining spot. The matchup, you had Yunamon, the Pineapple Girl, Yuna Mizumori, taking on Waka Tsukiyama. With how the match was going, I definitely felt like it could have gone either way. And I'm sure probably many fans were really hopeful that Waka would be able to pull this off and seal a spot in the 5-Star Grand Prix. Of course, both these ladies have never competed in a 5-Star Grand Prix, so it would have been their first. Both ladies put up a great fight, and many may have thought that Waka would be the one to get this victory, but it didn't quite work out like that, as Unamon was just a little too strong and was a little more determined. And after hitting a devastating lariat to drop Waka, she pinned her for the 1-2-3. And Yuna Mizumori has sealed that final spot in the Red Stars A for this year's 5-star Grand Prix. So congratulations to the Pineapple Girl, Yuna Mizumori. She will be competing in her very first 5-star Grand Prix. And when the time comes, I'll do a separate video, a separate tournament-related video, and we'll go over the final set blocks for the 5-star Grand Prix. So do keep an eye out for that. But Yuna Mizumori seals her spot. Alrighty, let's go to our next match. We had a load of singles matches on this card. Here's another one. Alright, we had a Cosmic Angel showdown as the leader, Tam Nakano, went up against rookie Sayaka Kurara. Pretty decent match. Great test for Sayaka Kurara going up against her leader. She did a little something in this match. Felt like she was able to do pretty well in keeping up with Tam Nakano. But Tam Nakano would eventually put away Sayaka Kurara with a Tiger Suplex for the 1-2-3. Then afterwards, she comforted Sayaka Kurara and even gave her a couple of kisses on the cheek. But yeah, just showing good sportsmanship. I mean, after all, they're in the same faction. So, but yeah, I hope Sayaka Kurara continues to improve and get better. But, she's got good talent around her, with the faction that she's in. So it should work out nicely for her as time passes. Alrighty, let's go to our next match. And I have to say, I really, really enjoyed this next match. Here we go. Alrighty, we had ourselves a 10-woman tag match as team number 1, which was Stars, made up of Hanan, Iida, Hazuki, Koguma, and Momo. And they took on the newest faction in Stardom, now known as Neo Genesis. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Miyu Amasaki, Azumi, Mei Seira, Suzu Suzuki, and leader Starlight Kid make up Neo Genesis. Let me tell you, before I get into the match itself, I loved the introduction to Neo Genesis. The entrance was solid, and I really liked how all 5 ladies came out. They did their own quick poses before revealing themselves, and then the logo in the back, and then after they got into the ring and posed with the Neo Genesis logo. Not the name I would have thought of, but I have to say, each of the ladies rocking new gear. Miyu Amasaki with a whole total new look. And like I said, they looked awesome. They all had on new gear. Is it me or did Suzu get thick? Maybe I missed something, but it looked like Suzu Suzuki got a little thicker. And each of them had the logo painted on them somewhere, whether it was their face, their stomach, their leg, wherever. And you know what? I love this new faction. I like the name. And I really like the variety of talent in this faction, especially personality-wise. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you got Miyu Amasaki, up-and-coming rookie. You got Azumi, longtime high-speed veteran, one of the best high-speed wrestlers in Stardom. You got the bubbly, cute Mei Seira, also high-speed specialist. You got Suzu Suzuki, who's crazy and can get nasty with it, can get violent. And you have Starlight Kid, you know, the masked wrestler that's really been going through a lot, but I mean, I really like the makeup of this faction. The name fits, and I really like how each member is represented in this faction. So, welcome Neo Genesis. I like it. I really, really like it. And then the match got underway. The match was great. Definitely enjoyed the match. And it was really good to see how well this new faction was showcased with each of its members. And just the chemistry of each of the ladies working together. And don't get me wrong, Stars did their thing as well. But I was just really impressed seeing how well this faction has gelled together. And to be honest, this was actually their first match, all 5 of them competing together. You know what I mean? So this was quite a debut of Neo Genesis. I felt like it worked out really well, and I definitely can't wait to see what the future holds for this faction. And we got to see a good taste of that between both of these shows, actually. But anyways, Azumi pinned Hanan after hitting her with a Canadian destroyer just like that. I thought that was a pretty cool sequence. Then pinned her for the 1-2-3. And just like that, Neo Genesis, together as a unit, pick up the victory in this 10-woman tag match. So, like I said, I love this new look. I love this faction. All 5 ladies look awesome. And I'm looking forward to see more and more how this faction does. So, ladies and gentlemen, Neo Genesis is born. It's official. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Alright. Okay, we go from 10-woman tag match to 8-woman tag match. Team number 1, we had Mina Shirakawa, Shuri, Sayaka Mitani, and Maika taking on the team of Oedo Tai's Konami, Ruaka, Momo Watanabe, and Tekla. Definitely was a pretty chaotic match. Really went back and forth. I mean, one common thing that first team has is, you know, all 4 of those ladies can't stand Oedo Tai. So I expected that this match was going to get pretty heated, you know, especially after the recent event of Konami turning on Shuri. So felt like we definitely had to get a taste of that in this match. And we did. We definitely did. I can't say that there was anything else really special with this match. Just, you know, a lot of feelings and anger came out in this match, which is understandable. But Maika was actually able to get the pin on Ruaka after dropping her with a Michinoku driver to pinned her for the 1-2-3. So team number 1 ended up winning. Maika, Sayaka Mitani, Mina Shirakawa, and Shuri picked up the victory. Shuri got on the mic and, you know, talked a little smack towards Konami because, I mean, she has the single match on the following night. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I had for that. All right, let's get into our championship matches. We had two. We had two of them. All right, check it out. All right. First up, we had the Future of Stardom Championship on the line. As the champion, Rina defends against Rana Yagami. So, Oedo Tai versus God's Eye here. Title on the line. Great match. Rana Yagami put up a good fight. Had a couple of submission attempts in this match as well. So she really brought her A game to Rina. And like I said previously, Rana Yagami's definitely been improving. I mean, she had a great showing at the Catch the Wave tournament, and just more and more, she's been improving. So, I like the faction that she's with. You know, she's a great fit in God's Eye. But, solid match. Rina eventually was able to get the hang of things and continue to show why she is still champion. And it took a bit. Fighting spirit was really on display for Rana Yagami, but Rina eventually dropped her with a Pink Devil and then pinned her for the 1-2-3. Rina, still your Future of Stardom champion, and I believe now she is tied with the number of defenses as Hanan. I believe they're tied now. So she needs one more successful defense to break the record. And sure enough, after the match, it looks like Hina came out to challenge Rina. She wants her shot. And honestly, not surprised, because I figured eventually Hina was going to get her shot. I still think Hina is going to be the one to dethrone Rina. And then that means all three Judoka sisters will have finally held this title. But we shall see. We shall see. Not sure when Hina might get her title shot, but I mean, it could happen pretty soon. I mean, Rina and Hina aren't in the 5-star Grand Prix, so you know, they could do it at any point. Maybe perhaps the next New Blood. I mean, the next Stardom New Blood, let me actually see. The next Stardom New Blood, well, it's not till September 13th. That's New Blood 14. They could probably do it then, though. Yeah, they could probably do it then. Or if they want, they could do it at the 5-star Grand Prix finals. They could do it at the 5-star Grand Prix finals. So, there's options. But I expect that Hina will get the next title shot. Okay. And then the main event of Stardom Sapporo Wonder Rendezvous came down to this. The Wonder of Stardom Championship was on the line as the champion, Seira, defended against Natsupoi. Shout out to Natsupoi on the awesome entrance gear. Her gear looked really, really cool. I got quite a bit to say about this match. So first off, I'll say this. It was an awesome match. Definitely in-ring, awesome match. Very awesome match between both of these ladies. Because, I mean, it's been a good while. They haven't faced each other since the Indian strap match, if I remember correctly. But both these ladies, awesome match. Hands down, no doubt about that. Both fighting spirit on full display. But I got a problem with the finish. I got a big problem with the finish. Natsupoi wasn't able to put Seira away with the Ferial Gift, wasn't able to put her away with the Fairy Strain. So it took her using, I believe it's called Fairy Magic, that roll-up pin, and was able to pin Seira and become the new Wonder of Stardom champion. I know a lot of fans are happy about this. I mean, like I said, I love Natsupoi. She's awesome. But I think this was the wrong move. And let me explain why. I understand there's a lot of history between these two ladies. These ladies have faced each other many, many times before. They have a rivalry. They know each other very well. And for the longest time, especially in singles matches, Natsupoi could never beat Seira. And number one, my first issue is her finally being able to do this. She does it in a match that counts the most. That's one issue that I have. Secondly, it's the fact that Natsupoi barely ever gets booked in singles matches. The last singles match that she had before this match was the number one contendership match a while back for this title against Amisore, which she lost to Amisore. And up to that point, that was her first singles match of this year. And then the last time Natsupoi won a singles match before this one was the 5-star Grand Prix last year when she beat Tam Nakano. Which that was in September, if I remember correctly. So how the heck has she even earned this opportunity? Because when you think about it, all she really did was just call dibs on next between Mika Iwata and Seira. Whoever would get the belt back, Natsupoi would call next. Okay, it is what it is. Folks do that all the time. But really, seriously think about it. And this is even for the hardcore Poi fans. Really think about it. Did she really, honestly, earn/deserve this title? Now, based on in-ring ability, yes, I'll say that. Based on her in-ring skills and whatnot, yeah, sure, absolutely. But not based on booking and, to be honest, storyline. After all, this title was part of the story, right? My thing is, why would you put a title, like your second top title, why would you put that on somebody that, number one, barely even wrestles singles matches, and number two, hadn't been winning them? Not until now. And like I said, the last singles match she won was 5-star Grand Prix last year. So that's already bad enough. Plus the fact Natsupoi barely even gets booked in singles matches. Like, this title match, this was only her second singles match of this year. Of this year. Like, and now she's Wonder of Stardom champion? How does that make sense? Seriously, how does that make sense? a singles championship on somebody that doesn't really win singles matches, nor does she get booked in them? How does that make sense? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Fact of the matter is, in-ring ability, awesome. But I don't think it's fair to say that she earned this title, especially based on merit and booking. I have to disagree. I have to disagree. It makes no sense to me to put a singles title on someone that's not a singles wrestler, that doesn't get booked in singles matches, and barely ever wins them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you got to look at the full picture of it. Now, my only hope is that now that Natsupoi is Wonder of Stardom champion, they better start booking her as a threat, especially in singles matches. Especially in singles matches. They need to start booking her as a threat. Plain and simple as that. Because we have to keep something in mind. There were 2 other occasions where Natsupoi was a singles champion. One was the high speed, and one was back in TJPW where she became the inaugural International Princess Champion. When she was high speed champ, she lost that title on the 3rd defense. When she was International Princess Champ, she then lost that title on the 1st defense. See where I'm going here? So I'm really hoping that they start booking. They need to start booking Natsupoi as a threat. As a singles threat. If they're going to put this Wonder of Stardom championship on her, which they did. Now, if going forward, if she's like losing a bunch of matches here, left, right, up, down, then it's going to make it even look worse. I mean, we saw what happened with Tam Nakano's double title run and Julia's, and you know what I mean? I'm just saying. And it's an even bigger deal with Natsupoi because it's like I said, she doesn't normally get booked in singles matches. It's usually tag team, trios, whatever. And that is a fact. Otherwise, she would have had way more than just a match, well, now 2 matches this whole year. She would have had way more matches than that. Let's just keep it real. I understand that she was out for a bit. She was dealing with the back issue. But ever since she came back, she should have been getting her feet wet in a variety of matches, including singles matches. But they didn't do that. I'm just saying. I gotta call it like I see it. Congratulations to Natsupoi on becoming Wonder of Stardom champion, but she did not earn that title. I don't care what anybody says. She did not earn that title. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so Wonder Rendezvous in the books. So before I go to World Rendezvous, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, switching gears from Wonder Rendezvous to World Rendezvous. Stardom Sapporo World Rendezvous. Following day, same venue. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right on into it. First match. Alrighty, we had ourselves a four-way match. This was actually the pre-show match. We had Yuna Mizumori versus Momo Kogo versus Ruaka versus Rian. For the most part, pretty decent match. Like I said, it was fatal four-way. The action was pretty non-stop for the most part, but solid showing from all four ladies. I definitely like the back and forth between Ruaka and Yuna Mizumori. And yeah, overall, pretty decent opening match. Yuna Mizumori was able to get the pin on Ruaka. Kind of pinned her with kind of like a modified crucifix. I don't know what you call that, but it was a pretty nifty little pin that Yuna got on Ruaka. But yeah, Yuna Mizumori on a roll. 2 back-to-back victories for her. So congrats to her. And like I said, she has a date with the 5-star Grand Prix. So good for her. Good stuff. Okay, and to kick off the main card of Stardom Sapporo World Rendezvous, they actually started off with a championship match. Alrighty. The High Speed Championship was on the line as the champion, the last surviving member of Queen's Quest, the Golden Phoenix Sayaka Iwatani, defended the title against Neo Genesis Seira. So, Seira, the first of Neo Genesis to get a title shot. High speed, definitely at its finest in this match. Both ladies did well. A great showcase of high speed in this match. Definitely went back and forth. Both ladies kept up really well. But it was Seira that would eventually outlast Sayaka Iwatani and hit one of the coolest looking backflip crucifixes. I don't even know if she has a special name for it, but it looks really cool. But she pinned Sayaka Iwatani with that for the 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, the High Speed Championship is back in the hands of Seira, and she is now a 2-time High Speed champ. Now in a new faction. Congratulations to Seira, bringing the High Speed Championship home to Neo Genesis. And once again, another scenario where things just fall apart for Sayaka Iwatani, as she has now lost the High Speed Championship. So, only member left of Queen's Quest, lost the title. Although she still does have a Regina de Wave title shot to look forward to, but not until November for winning the Catch the Wave tournament. So, at least she has that to look forward to much later this year. But right now, she has nothing. So, big win for Seira, big loss for Sayaka Iwatani. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to our next match. This is another big one. All right, this was the 5-star Grand Prix Blue Stars A qualifier finals. So this was to secure the last spot, the very last spot. It came down to Lady C of God's Eye versus Miyu Amasaki of Neo Genesis. Overall, great match from both ladies. Definitely fought hard. And I mean, both recently, new factions. New faction for Miyu Amasaki with Neo Genesis. New faction for Lady C with God's Eye. So I felt like it was just about an even playing field for both of these ladies, especially with the scenarios that they're in. And both ladies put up a great fight, but Miyu Amasaki, Kevin, was able to roll up Lady C with a nice bridge with it and pinned her for the 1-2-3. And ladies and gentlemen, Miyu Amasaki keeps the momentum going with Neo Genesis, and she has secured her spot in this year's 5-star Grand Prix for the Blue Stars A. So she will be in her very first 5-star Grand Prix. Congratulations to Miyu Amasaki. Lady C put up a great effort, but just came up short. It's unfortunate because I like Lady C as well, but Miyu Amasaki punches her ticket to the 5-star Grand Prix. Good stuff, good stuff. Alrighty, let's go on to our next match. Alright, next up, we had what I believe should be the final match for HANAKO before she leaves for the U.S. I believe that's correct. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But HANAKO took on Cosmic Angels Aya Sakura. Great match, good showing from both ladies, and this time at least Aya Sakura lasted longer than 30 seconds this time. But no, this was actually a pretty legit match. Both ladies went back and forth. Aya Sakura even had HANAKO trapped in a submission for quite a bit. I was just like, dang, she was actually really working her for a bit. But HANAKO would eventually get the best of Aya Sakura and was able to put her away for the 1-2-3 after hitting her with a JP coaster. Shout out to the Jumbo Princess, Himeka. Yeah, hit the JP coaster, pinned her for the 1-2-3. Great victory there for HANAKO as she gets ready to leave for her excursion to the U.S. At least she could walk away knowing she picked up a victory. So, good for her. Really good for her. All right, let's go to our next match. Here we go. All right. we had ourselves a big old gauntlet match. 5 teams represented, 5 trios. So we had God's Eye with Hina, Saki Kashima, and Rana Yagami. We had EXV of Waka Tsukiyama, Mina Shirakawa, and Xena. We had Neo Genesis of Suzu Suzuki, Azumi, Starlight Kid. We had Oedo Tai with Tekla, Momo Watanabe, Rina. And we had Stars, made up of Koguma, Hazuki, and Iida. Which I believe they also make up as classmates, the trio that they were back in the Triangle Derby. So, this was a gauntlet match. If you ask me, perhaps there may be future Artists of Stardom trios title implications. Perhaps. I don't know. There was nothing said. But this was a pretty chaotic match. And, you know, it was a gauntlet match. So teams came in after one was eliminated. But here's the order of how things went down. So starting this match off first was Empress Nexus Venus and Stars. So those were the first 2 teams. Waka Tsukiyama was actually able to eliminate Stars, pinning Iida with that Tiger Suplex roll-up that she defeated Nanae Takahashi with long way back, how she got her first win. So, yeah, Waka eliminating Stars. So, hey, that was pretty cool. And then Oedo Tai was the next team to come out. And then Tekla ended up dropping Mina Shirakawa with that little double underhook twisting death drop that Tekla likes to do. But yeah, she put away Mina Shirakawa for the 1, 2, 3. EXV eliminated. In comes in comes Neo Genesis. So Oedo Tai continues on, Neo Genesis comes in. Momo Watanabe was actually able to pin Azumi. She was able to reverse the Azumi Sushi into a pin of her own to roll up Azumi, and she pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. So bam, out goes Neo Genesis. And then the final team that shows up was God's Eye. So God's Eye had the advantage. They came on last. And then Hina, in a big statement made toward her sister Rina, was able to pin her, the champ, was able to pin her with the Gato clutch for the 1, 2, 3. And God's Eye is your surviving team. They made it to the end of the gauntlet. And they're your winners. So, Hina, Saki Kashima, and Rana Yagami pick up the victory in this gauntlet match. So, I could definitely look at it as momentum for Hina, being that she pinned her sister, the champion, the future Stardom. I can't talk. The future of Stardom champion, Rina, in this match. So, I think that's definitely going to build more momentum for Hina having her future of Stardom title shot. But like I also said, they could also have implications for them to also be challengers for the artist belts. We'll see. Only time will tell. All right. Let's go into our next match. Alrighty. We had ourselves a singles match as Shuri took on who was once one of her best friends, training partners. She was like a little sister to her, Konami, who's back in Oedo Tai. So yeah, Konami definitely got the jump off at Shuri. She was the second to to enter, and then they pretty much brawled instantly, which I figured was going to happen. A lot of animosity there, a lot of built-up frustration from Shuri, and she unleashed her wrath on Konami in this match. It's not to say that Konami didn't have her share of offense, but Shuri definitely unloaded on Konami in this match. But the match didn't end up lasting too long. I think it may have been like 8 or so minutes. But the match didn't last too long. And there was definitely interference from Oedo Tai. Shuri was looking like she was about to put away Konami with the Suzu Sakai, but Konami ended up spray painting her face black. And then when the referee tried to stop her, she pretty much shoved the referee down. Referee called for the disqualification. So Shuri ended up winning by DQ after the referee got shoved by Konami after she spray painted Shuri's face. And then all of Oedo Tai got into the ring, choked her out with the chair. The other members of God's Eye, like Saki Kashima and Ranagami, were trying to fight them off. Really didn't work. And once again, Shuri humiliated. Yes, she got the victory, but once again, humiliated by Oedo Tai, face all covered in black spray paint. So, yeah, God's Eye is looking pretty rough. They're looking pretty rough this go around. It's a shame. Okay, let's go on to our next match. This was actually a pretty exciting match. Check it out. All right, we had a tag team match between two well-known tag teams. We had Eye Contact, made up of Hanan and Mayu Iwatani, and they took on the team of Meltier, made up of Tam Nakano and Natsupoi. This was a great back-and-forth match between these two teams. Definitely well showcased. And, you know, it's always good to see Meltier team up. And, you know, Mayu and Hanan definitely really like what they've been doing under Eye Contact. Both these teams definitely went back and forth, and I was actually kind of surprised with the ending. But Hanan pinned Tam Nakano. That's right. She hit two backdrops, with the second one, you know, a backdrop hold. So pretty much a double backdrop hold to pin Tam Nakano for the 1-2-3. That was huge from Hanan. The young lioness pinned the cutest in the cosmos. Yeah, it was a tag team match, but still, this was big. This was really big for Hanan. So congrats to Eye Contact picking up this victory. But yeah, shout out to Hanan getting the pin on Tam Nakano. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. But solid match overall. And then the main event of Stardom Sapporo World Rendezvous. All came down to this. The World of Stardom Championship on the line as the champion. Maika defended against the leader of Oedo Tai, Natsuko Tora. Alrighty. So, the match was definitely intense. You know, had its share of interference from Oedo Tai, as expected. And, you know, you had some other members of EXV out there, like I believe Waka was out there. And Sayaka was also ringside as well, which, you know, her and Maika have teamed up quite a bit. So she was there ringside. And, I mean, they have a common enemy in Oedo Tai. But the match was great. Definitely back and forth. I mean, this isn't the first title shot for the red belt that Tora has had. Definitely went back and forth. And It looked like Maika was going to put away Tora for good. A Michinoku driver wasn't good enough, so she hit the wrist clutch Michinoku driver. The ref counted 1, 2, and then the unthinkable happened as Sayaka Kamatani pulled the referee out of the ring, which I believe was Daichi Murayama. Pulled him out of the ring to break up the 3 count. That's right. Then gets up on the ring apron to distract Maika. Tora takes advantage with the blue mist. Hits a Death Valley bomb. Went for the pin. Still wasn't enough. Maika used her last left of the tank to kick out. But then Tora hit one more Swanton bomb. She hit a Swanton bomb earlier, but it wasn't enough. But the second one was able to put away Maika. She pins her for the 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, not only has Sayaka Kamatani turned on Maika, but Natsuko Tora has finally, for the first time, not only become a singles champion, but the top singles champion in Stardom by winning the World of Stardom Championship. Wow. Wow. Sayaka Kamatani turns heel. The Golden Phoenix turns heel and ends up helping the faction which she has been warring with for so long, even back when she had Utami Hayashishita by her side. And now she has joined them. But here's the crazy thing about this. Natsuko Tora has officially disbanded Oedo Tai and has now changed the name to Hate. That's right. Her, Dekla, Rina, Momo Watanabe, Ruaka, and now Sayaka Kamatani are now part of this faction called Hate. And the whole idea behind this is for them to destroy everything, disrupt everything, and be the top heel faction in the world. Wow. Sayaka Kamatani gets on the mic while Maika's down and pretty much tells Maika, I came here to make you cry. Which were the same words that a messed up fan said to Sayaka Kamatani at a meet and greet. So they really played into this with that. Wow. And not only that, now this definitely officially ends Queen's Quest, because Saya was the last remaining member, but now she has joined Hate. So Queen's Quest and Oedo Tai, I'd have to say two of probably the longest well-known factions in Stardom history, have now ceased. Wow. Wow. It wasn't too long that Donna Del Mundo disbanded, and now we have no more Queen's Quest and no more Oedo Tai. Oh, man. And apparently there were, interviews with Sayaka Kamatani. Apparently, she feels betrayed that Utami left Stardom to join Marigold. Therefore, now Saya's like, I'm going to do things for myself. And here she is now. Wow. It's funny because it wasn't but a couple of months ago that I met Sayaka Kamatani in Philly. Oh, man. And I know a lot of fans are pretty pissed at how this all went down. Yeah. Sayaka Kamatani is now a heel. And also, Tora gave her 5-star Grand Prix spot to Ruaka. She's like, I'm the champion. I shouldn't have to do this. Ruaka, you can have my spot. So Ruaka takes Natsuko Tora's spot in the 5-star Grand Prix. But yeah. So not only do we have the new faction of Neo Genesis, but now of hate. And even Saya has already changed her social media. So I'm sure the next time we see Sayaka Kamatani, she will have a completely new look. Probably a more darker look. But I know a lot of fans are pissed about this. I mean, it's already bad enough that folks look down on her for how things ended with Queen's Quest. But at the same time, if you really think about it, can you really blame Saya? Can you really blame her? I don't. I don't blame her personally. I really don't. But the only thing I will say is I'm very curious to see how things go going forward from this point. Like I said, I can't say that I'm furiously angry because, I mean, it's not the end-all be-all for Stardom. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to look at this whole Stardom versus Marigold and one's better than the other. And like I said, I'm a pro wrestling fan. I don't care that much about that. I support pro wrestling in general. But I'm very curious to see how things go now that they're getting ready to enter into the 5-star Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how things go, especially with these two new factions, with Neo Genesis and Hate. And like I said, Natsuko Tora is Red Belt champ now. First time ever in her career. First singles title ever in her career. So we'll have to see what happens, how they book her. But a wild weekend for Stardom. A very wild weekend. And we'll just have to see how things develop as they get ready to kick off the 5-star Grand Prix for this year. But that's all I have for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. And don't forget to let me know what your thoughts were on both of these shows. I gotta hear from y'all. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on both of these shows. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube, the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Peace.